Is it recording? Yes, now it's recording. Like I was saying, guys, the last test number 3, is gonna be split. I'm gonna split it. 30 points is gonna be your test, and the other 20 points. So a total of 5 is gonna be the vocabularies and assessment. Okay, now let me show you how it's going to be. Now you're going to have time to send me those documents, but you have to include this one too, also this one, today's class. Hold on, Cruz Gutierrez, where I see. Hold on, guys, hold on. Alice Marie here, just arrived. Keeping track. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you guys. Share, here it is. Let me see. Let me take you to your platforms. Let me see. Let me tell you. Oh, you are A. Now over here, I loaded up already. In this platform, I loaded up already, like we did during the first trimester. Remember, there was a folder where you have to load up those documents showing me that you have done all these vocabularies and assessment from all the chapters that we have studied so far. So you have to do the same thing. Let me show you over here at the bottom over here. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, folder, word, history, vocabularies, and assessment. If you click over there, then you see the information like it says over here. The students should send the evidence of all vocabularies and assessment from the following lessons. Now, the first class was the Italian Renaissance, remember? So, and I assigned you already which were the questions that you need to complete, and the vocabulary, well, the vocabulary are all those vocabulary during that section. Now, the next one is the Renaissance beyond Italy, then the Reformation, Christianity, and then, now this is gonna be your test number 3. The scientist revolution and great voyages and the new system of trade. These three topics are very short, so that's why these are going to be your test number 3 from these topics: the scientific revolution, the great voyages, and the new system of trade. Okay, so from those you had some assignment and vocabularies. And the last topic that we are going to deal for you to send to me is the one that we're going to study today. Yeah, the ideas of the Enlightenment. The idea of the Enlightenment. Like it says over here, remember this assignment represents 20 points of the total of the test number 3. Are we clear? Now over here, I assign you, this is the rubric where I'm going to evaluate your document that you are going to send it to me. Now, if you have some scratches, if you have some liquid paper, if the presentation is not correct, if I don't understand what you're sending me, then I'm going to use this rubric in order to evaluate these 20 points, guys. Are we clear? So I don't want to hear complaints saying, teacher, what happened with this? Why didn't I get? But I send you all the documents. Yes, you send it to me, but didn't follow all these rubric. It's not only writing for writing. You need to take care of the presentation of your document. If I can read it, if it's well written, the grammar, everything, guys. It's not only write just to write. Are we clear? Okie dokie. Now let's begin the class then. Today we're going to start the topic about, oh no, this is not PowerPoint, it's over here. The Enlightenment. Let me begin the, okay, here it is. Today's class, remember, we start already. The last class was about the new traits. Remember, the European, he went and they say that they discovered a new world and they started changing different kind of products. And after that, this period of time came this one, the Enlightenment era. Or like this, they said that they call, in another way, they call it the age of reason. Why? Because in that period of time, everybody was analyzing and talking and discussing and trying to find the reason why everything was happening. Okay, now see, now the age of the reason is the same as the Enlightenment, guys. The Enlightenment, the age of the reason. The age of the reason. A number of scholars were beginning to challenge long-held belief. Remember the belief about the different aspects during those days. The belief about science, religion, especially religions, and the way the government was administrated during those days. So everybody was wondering if that's correct or that wasn't correct. Okay, like it says over here in the picture, the use of reason advanced science and technology, which in turn influenced the Enlightenment here. Here, the Italian scientist Alessandro Volta, this is a picture, it says Alessandro Volta explained a new invention, the battery. Over here, they invented, during those days, they invented the battery. And over here, he was showing to the people how it works, okay? Now, these new scholars relied on reason. Los nuevos estudiosos de aquella época, ellos confían en la razón. They relied on reason or logical thoughts o pensamientos lógicos instead of religious teaching to explain how the world worked. En vez de pensar o decir que el mundo se quedó de esta manera, que fue el pensamiento religioso, ellos se hacían otras preguntas, el porqué de las cosas, ¿no? They believe human reason could be used to achieve 3 goals. Decían que este razonamiento le ayudaba al ser humano a alcanzar 3 metas: el conocimiento, la libertad y la felicidad. And that achievement, these goals would improve society. Y eso haría que la sociedad mejorase, dicen ellos. The use of reasons in guiding people's thoughts about philosophy, society, and politics defines a time period called the Enlightenment. The Enlightenment. The Enlightenment was also known as the Age of Reason. La iluminación, Enlightenment. The Enlightenment roots, las raíces de la iluminación. ¿Cómo nació eso? Eso se va de mucho tiempo para atrás. Dice, Enlightenment thinkers look back in the Greek, the Romans, and the histories of Christianity, the Renaissance, Reformation, and Science Revolution. So all the thoughts before this time. The Greek and Roman philosophers, this Enlightenment thinker used ideas about the natural world from the ancient Greek and Romans. Aristotle, for example, thought that people could use logic to discover new truths. The Roman philosopher Cicero believed that the reason allowed people to understand the natural laws of justice. These natural laws, he argued, should be the basis of law. Deben ser las bases de las leyes. Now, with the Greek and Roman belief as guidelines, Enlightenment thinkers began studying the world in a new way. The Christianity. One religious thinker, Thomas Aquino, remember Thomas Aquino, had thought in the Middle Ages that faith paired with reason could explain the world. Both the reason and the faith. The faith and the reason could explain the world, according to Thomas Aquino. Now, Enlightenment thinkers disagree with the church's claims to authorities and its intolerance toward a non-Christian beliefs. The Renaissance of Reformation. Some Renaissance thinkers used Greek and Roman ideas to raise questions about established religious belief. These Renaissance thinkers were known as the Humanism. Remember we spoke about the humanism in the Renaissance? Because they stopped wondering, or they wanted to think that everything turns, or the world turns around the man. Remember? Now, the Renaissance humanists believed people could improve their world by studying it and change it. These ideas included to the Enlightenment ideas of progress, the belief of humans were capable to improve their worlds. And last one, the sciences revolution. The science revolution also influenced Enlightenment thinkers. Through experiments, scientists like Newton, Galileo had discovered that the world did not work exactly the way the church explained. Using scientific method of study, scientific discovered laws that govern the natural world. Okay, now let's stop right here, guys. This chapter is very, very short. Now I'm gonna show you a video that tried to explain what the Enlightenment era was. Okay, now it says, what was the Enlightenment? Let's watch this. Let's watch the other one, guys.
Modern science, medicine, political freedom, the market economy. All of them, we're told, are the result of a sort of miracle that took place 250 years ago. That miracle is called the Enlightenment, a moment in history when philosophers suddenly overthrew religious dogma and tradition and replaced it with human reason. Harvard professor Steven Pinker puts it this way: progress is a gift of the ideals of the Enlightenment. There's just one problem with this claim. It isn't really true. Consider the US Constitution, which is frequently said to be a product of Enlightenment thought. But you only need to read about English common law, which Alexander Hamilton and James Madison certainly did, to see that this isn't so. Already in the 15th century, the English jurist John Fortescue elaborated the theory of checks and balances, due process, and the role of private property in securing individual freedom and economic prosperity. Similarly, the U.S. Bill of Rights has its sources in English common law of the 1600s. Or consider modern science and medicine. Long before the Enlightenment, tradition-bound English kings sponsored path-breaking scientific institutions, such as the Royal College of Physicians, founded in 1518, and the Royal Society of London, founded in 1660. The truth is that statesmen and philosophers, especially in England and the Netherlands, articulated the principles of free government centuries before America was founded. So why give the Enlightenment all the credit? Apparently, because it doesn't look good to admit that the best and most important parts of modernity were given to us by individuals who nearly all held conservative religious and political beliefs. The claim that all good things come from the Enlightenment is most closely associated with the late 18th century German philosopher Immanuel Kant. For Kant, reason is universal, infallible, and independent of experience. His extraordinarily dogmatic philosophy insisted that there can be only one correct answer to every question in science, morality, and politics, and that to reach the one correct answer, mankind had to free itself from the chains of the past. That is, from history, tradition, and experience. But this Enlightenment view is not only wrong, it's dangerous. Human reason, when cut loose from the constraints imposed by history, tradition, and experience, produces a lot of crazy notions. The abstract Enlightenment philosophy of Jean-Jacques Rousseau is a good example. It quickly pulled down the French state, leading to the French Revolution, the Reign of Terror, and the Napoleonic Wars. Millions died as Napoleon's army sought to rebuild every government in Europe in light of the one correct political theory he believed was permitted by Enlightenment philosophy. Today's cheerleaders for the Enlightenment tend to skip this part of the story. They also pass over the fact that the father of communism, Karl Marx, saw himself as promoting universal reason as well. His new science of economics ended up killing tens of millions of people in the 20th century. So did the supposedly scientific race theories of the Nazis. The greatest catastrophes of modernity were engineered by individuals who claimed to be exercising reason. In contrast, most of the progress we've made comes from conservative traditions, openly skeptical of human reason. The Enlightenment's critics, including John Selden, David Hume, Adam Smith, and Edmund Burke, emphasized the unreliability of abstract reasoning and urged us to stick close to custom, history, and experience in all things. Which brings us to the heart of what's wrong with today's idolization of the Enlightenment. Its leading figures were not skeptics, open to what history and experience might teach us. Their aim was to create their own system of supposedly infallible truths independent of experience. And in that pursuit, they were as rigid as the most dogmatic medievals. Anglo-Scottish conservatives had a very different goal. They defended national and religious tradition, even as they cultivated what they called a moderate skepticism, a combination that became known as common sense. I think a lot about common sense these days, as I see American and European elites clamoring for enlightenment now. They rush to embrace every fashionable new ism, socialism, feminism, environmentalism, and so on, declaring them to be universal certainties and the only politically correct way of thinking. They display contempt towards those who won't embrace their dogmas, branding them unenlightened, illiberal, deplorable, and worse. But these new dogmas deserve to be greeted with some of that old Anglo-Scottish skepticism. Enlightenment over confidence and reason has led us badly astray too many times. I'm Yoram Chazoni, author of The Virtue of Nationalism for Prager University. Thank you. All of them were told.
Okie dokie, guys. Okay, let's stop right here. Let's stop right here. This is the first part of this of the chapter, guys. Now, do you have any questions regarding the assessment that the vocabulary and assessment that you need to deliver before the 30th of August, guys? Do you have any question?
Profesor, el vocabulario son las palabras que tú no te sabes o las
No,
palabras
no. Anybody? Can anybody give her the answer?
Los
key
key
terms.
All of them. All the. It's not. No. Remember, remember. I have never said that you need to write only the words that you don't know. I have never said that. Paola, over here, for example, it said the key terms and these are the vocabularies. This is the title of the Enlightenment. These are the vocabularies. Over here, the Enlightenment, what is it? Secular, Voltaire, Saloon, and Mary Wollstonecraft. Esa es la feminista. Mañana la verán. Mary Wollstonecraft. Okay. So this is the vocabulary for this one. Now over here at the back, remember, I assigned it already through the essay. I assign you which are the questions that you need to answer from the assessment. These are the questions that you need to answer from the assessment. For this chapter, that is the Enlightenment, the ideas of the Enlightenment. Okay, it's not that you only need to write the ones that you don't know. No, you have to write all the vocabularies, like we did during the first trimester, Prado. Okay. Any other questions? Questions? No questions? Okay, guys. Maybe you will have some questions eventually, but anyway, if you have your doubts. Remember, in each chapter, I assign you already vocabularies and assignments. And everything has to be written in your notebook. I've been telling you guys, you need to work on your assignment, guys. You need to work on your assignment. Okay, now you need to show me. You need to show me, and you have to send me those documents, the evidence that says that you did your job in your notebook. That's the idea of this activity. And remember, it's going to be part of the of test number 3. Now, test number 3 is the value of test number 3 is 30 points. And the other 20 points in order to get 5 is the document that you are going to send me, showing me that you have been doing your assignments and the vocabularies. Are we clear? If anybody say anything, if everybody is quiet, it means that everything is crystal clear, guys. Okay, that's why I'm recording this video, because I'm asking you if you have any doubt. If you don't have any doubt, then it means that everything is crystal clear. So do you have any? I'm gonna ask you once again. Do you have any question? No. Okay, everything is clear then. Okay, then we are ready for that assignment, guys. Okay, anyway, if you have any doubts, send me an email. Teacher, I have a doubt with this. Okay, I'll try to clarify. And everything is already, I mean, the folder is already over there. You can start loading up the documents, okay? So the only one that is pending is this one that tomorrow we're going to finish, the Enlightenment. Okay, guys? Okay, guys, we don't have any questions. They have a nice week. And please remember, wash your hands and keep the distance from everyone. Okay? See you tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye.